A very good day to you. I'm Hank Gross, MidHudsonNews.com. It's Tuesday, September 6th. The news today brought to you by the Galleria at Crystal Run. 2 people were killed in a fiery crash on the southbound thruway in Tuxedo early this morning, state police say. The head-on accident occurred after 1 a.m. with heavy entrapment reported by EMS personnel at the scene. Troopers say preliminary investigation determined a passenger vehicle was driving northbound in the southbound lanes between exit 16 at Harriman and exit 15A at Sloatsburg when it struck another vehicle head-on. Both vehicles were occupied by their drivers only, and both were pronounced dead at the scene. Ulster County Executive Patrick Ryan has 1 more week left on the job before being sworn in as a member of the U.S. House of Representatives. 3 fellow Democrats are vying for the post, while no Republican has stepped forward to run in a special election for county executive through the end of the year. Ryan is not endorsing a candidate to replace him. The county Democratic Committee will choose one to seek the post. We'll leave that to the folks wiser than me, the voters and residents of the county, to decide who's next. But it's a phenomenal job and opportunity to serve as county executive, and it's definitely bittersweet to have the outcome and think about leaving behind a great team here that we've built and have in Ulster County. Ryan will fill the 19th congressional district seat through the end of the year and then run for a full 2-year term in the new 18th district race in November against Republican Colin Schmidt. Sullivan County continues to have the distinction of having the next to worst health care outcomes in the state, according to an annual study, a status the county's had for years. But despite economy-driven belt-tightening, Garnett Health Medical Center Catskills is doing its part to raise the level of care, says Chief Operating Officer Jerry Dunleavy.
It's great to be able to save someone's life when they get very sick. But what's really important and what's going to change the health status indicators in Sullivan County is making sure that patients have access to care, and access to care early so that we can talk about prevention or managing disease or identifying disease in its early stages rather than have to wait for a catastrophic event.
Because of the economic impacts related to COVID, the hospital's closing its primary care site in Monticello, affecting 3 employees, as well as its physician's OB/GYN in Harris, with 1 employee affected. More news right after this.
Find over 100 retailers allowing you to spend hours shopping safely at the Galleria at Crystal Run. Enjoy the big brands and the diverse selection of family-owned stores all in one location. The Galleria at Crystal Run offers dining options for everyone with Fuji 110 Grill, Allen's Mediterranean Grill, and Peru Cuisine. Discover the Mid-Hudson Valley's premier shopping, dining, and entertainment destination, the Galleria at Crystal Run. For more information, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, or visit GalleriaCrystalRun.com.
There are 23 street surveillance cameras in the city of Middletown that the police monitor on a regular basis, and as a result of a $450,000 state grant, the city will be installing an additional 29 cameras. Those street cams are an invaluable tool, says Operations Bureau Commander Lieutenant Jeffrey Throlin.
Within the last decade, the city has gone through unprecedented growth and development, and it's ushered in success and prosperity for a lot of residents and business owners and improved our quality of life. What's very important about that is, along with all that progress, the city of Middletown has maintained our reputation as one of the safest small cities in New York State, and we want to continue that.
Tholen says the cameras are extremely valuable as a deterrent and invaluable as an investigative tool when a crime occurs. The redecking of the westbound span of the Newburgh Beacon Bridge over the Hudson River is almost complete. The $95 million capital project is the largest one ever performed by the New York State Bridge Authority. Spokesman Chris Stieber says the massive project, which has seen all traffic eastbound and westbound diverted to the southbound or eastbound span, should be back to normal by the end of the month.
It's been a massive undertaking, but hats off to our staff and to the contractors who've been working hard to, get to this point and to, bring traffic back to normal patterns.
Once the final overlay has been completed, the concrete barriers separating the traffic on the southbound span will be removed. The Bridge Authority operates 5 spans: the Bear Mountain, Newburgh Beacon, Mid-Hudson, Kingston Rhinecliff, and Rip Van Winkle. By all accounts, the annual Newburgh International Festival this weekend was a huge success as people traveled from across the region to attend. Cuisine was available from a number of areas around the globe, and there were rides for all ages. It was all about family and friends and screams that were half laughter and half terror on spectacular rides like the Zipper, which was like a vertical Ferris wheel, only when you got to the top of the cab, it would flip over. As the crowds moved along, fathers held their daughters' hands tightly, often carrying the youngest or pushing a stroller. Many men were wearing broad-brimmed cowboy hats and jeans, and the evening skies were lit by fireworks that capped off the event. I'm Hank Gross, MidHudsonNews.com. The news today brought to you by the Galleria at Crystal Run.